Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In the last episode you'd have seen me and Chris removing the gearbox out of this TR7. Today I'm going to continue and remove the clutch just to see what sort of condition it's in and why it was stuck. I have a feeling it was probably something to do with it standing in the garage for 23 years. So let's get on with it. So here we are back under the car again. As you can see, I've got my bump cap on, which is a lifesaver, saves you banging your head on all these sharp metal bits. So let's get into it. Let's take this cover off. So let's try and prise this off. Well, as you can see, she's well stuck to the flywheel. So I'm going to use a small hammer first, just to give it a few taps. She's gone, folks. She's off. It's been 23 years since this car's been started. It's been stuck in a garage. And this is what happens. Clutches seize on. Sometimes you can free them, but as you know, I've tried and it wouldn't come off, so I'll have to strip it all down. Well, it's the next day now, folks. I'm going to remove this flywheel. I've got a feeling the oil seal behind it is leaking. There's a lot of oil around here, so I've gone this far, so I might as well take the flywheel off and change the oil seal, because I have got one. Now the only thing is, I'm trying to lock this flywheel up. I've put a bolt back into there, like so. Now I need to lock that in place. What I'm thinking is, I've got a spanner, a ring spanner, so it's going to go over the bolt there. And then if you look over to the left, there's a bracket which is on the exhaust mounting here, which is very substantial. I'm going to put a bolt through there and that'll stop it from turning. So let's do that. So let me put the bolt through the exhaust bracket, like so. Should be able to lock that now. Let's have a think. Probably get on there. The bolts on the flywheel, they're 12-point heads, so you have to use a 12-point socket, which is 14mm. Now with a better look, lock that in place, and then whoa, that's it. Whew. Oh, that's it. I don't want to take all the bolts out at once, just in case by some chance the flywheel decides to make an escape for it. So now that they're all cracked loose, I can take them off. Let's start with number 12 there. I'm going to leave 2 in. Just remove them partially so they're still threaded, because I don't want the flywheel to fall off. So we can take this spanner off now. That's done its job for now. That's it. So just for a reference, I've lined up these 2 holes here vertically. I'm going to mark it with a mark, just so it goes back in the same orientation. Don't know whether it makes any difference, but it might as well back the same way. These flywheels, they can be a bugger to get off, and sometimes they're really easy. It just depends. Now I want to try a little bit of shock treatment for now, just to give them a little tap with a block of wood on the side, like so. That one. A little shock there. I'll just try it with my screwdriver. I've got a screwdriver, I'll prise it. As you can see, it's a proper screwdriver. Get that behind it. So you can see any movement. Yeah, she's moving. Let's bring you around a bit, like so. That's it. That should do it. That's it, folks, she's off. Hey, that's the flywheel off, you abuse. Put the small hole in the seal with a drill bit. Now the idea is to put a screw in. Got a piece of wood here, we'll try that. So that was easy enough. Came out no problem. So I'm going to clean all this area up. I'll do that off camera because it's quite boring. And then we're going to go over to the bench and have a good look at the flywheel, check it out, just to see whether I can save it or not. But yeah, let's get on with it. So we're over at the workbench now, and I'm just going to have a quick look at this flywheel. I've got a feeling that it's a bit too far gone, but let's have a look. I'll just take my bump cap off because there's no need for that now. So after a good look at the flywheel, I've decided I won't be fitting this back on the car. To me, it's just too far gone. It looks to me as if at some point someone's used the car and they've just worn the clutch completely away to the point where it's had no friction material left. The studs have made contact with the flywheel. There's one hell of a groove right in the middle there. It's really, really deep. I would probably say 15-20 thou to get that out of there. So it's not worth bothering with. I've just had a quick look online. There's a guy in Telford on eBay, and he's selling these new old stock, brand new. So I've ordered one off him. So I'll have to wait now for that to turn up before I can continue. So I'm going to leave the video there for this week. It was getting a little bit long anyway, and I can't do anything now until that flywheel turns up. That's probably going to be, what, 4 or 5 days, and then we can continue on. And at this point, I'd just like to say thank you very much indeed for all my new subscribers. It is much appreciated, and it really does help the channel. So until next time, bye for now.